Alright, gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 208, episode 58 on our Dwarven Paladin here. Let's go ahead and jump back in, shall we? Last time we had finished up Ashenvale, we'd finished up the last little bits in Aberdeen, and we were learning about the Scythe of Elune. We got sent back to Darkshire, where we had kind of learned originally about the Scythe and why the Worgen are here. And I think that's like kind of what caused the plague in this land, the curse, right? And we said we were going to go ahead and take on Morladim today, or at least try to, as well as maybe try and take on Morbent Fell.
From what my scouts tell me, Morladim wanders throughout Duskwood, following a strange and meandering path through the cemetery. We buried him out past the house on the hill. You know where that is? There isn't anything I can do to help you, but I wish you good luck.
So we've already listened to that quest before, so I just took it immediately so we could save time on my priest buffs and arcane int. I think the arcane int is going to go away by the time we get out there, but a level 60 priest did buff us last night with 42 stamina and 23 spirit, which is like incredibly strong, man. That's like almost half the stamina that I have right now. It's an extra 400 health, if you think about it. So it's just like, man, such a strong buff. So I really want to make the most out of it and hopefully take down Morladim today. I need to see how hard he hits and how difficult of a fight this is going to be. I know we saw him before. He is a level 35 elite. He's got about 3,500 health. He's in an area where there's a lot of other mobs around him, but at this point they should be gray to me, so as long as I can lightly clear out an area or pull him back, we should be fine. And with all my cooldowns, and as long as, like, you know, I keep Seal of Light on him, and I juggle my mana correctly, I think we should be okay. I am a little nervous. He'll probably be the hardest elite that we've taken on so far. But I was supposed to do some research and see how hard Morbent Fell is, and I didn't. So after we take down Morladim, I might do that. But I guess while I'm running, I can kind of do some light research on it. Well, classic Morbent Fell. Oh wow, it gives you a helmet. A male helmet and the Torch of Holy Flame. Hopefully this isn't, there's no audio on this, but I'm betting that there's going to be. There was. Okay, hang on. Some copper. That's Morladim. So he's basically up in that house on the hill where it gets very dark. He's a level 32 elite. Copper, tin. And I think he is surrounded by other mobs. This guy's taking him on with a group. Oof, this is actually tricky. Morbent Fell is only level 32, but he does have 3 other mobs around him. He might be one that I have to come back for at a higher level, honestly. It looks like he has 3 or 4 mobs around him, and I don't know if I can handle that. Just a random chest out here in the woods. Garbage. Let's add Morbent Fell, or Morladim to our target macro. Yeah, unfortunately I'm going to lose my arcane int, but that's okay. See, Morbid Fell probably wouldn't be too bad if he was alone. He is a caster, but the fact that he has like 3, maybe even 4 mobs around him, and he's going to be casting them the entire time, I'm just like, oh, bro. And I think it's one of those things that he summons those mobs, or they are like his bodyguards. I don't think I could pull them away. Which is where I'm just like, I might need to be a higher level to take this quest on. I might have to actually like come back in the future for this one. Now we know Morvenfell comes along here in his patrol, like along this strip. I've seen him in the past, but I don't have that much time to like wait for him. I've only got 8 minutes left on these buffs, and I don't know how long this fight might take. Let's go ahead and sharpen our blade, eat a seasoned wolf kebab. I'm gonna drink the last of my big rumsies here. My Rumsies Rum Dark. That puts us at 2171 health. Oh, shit, Fellstrom's up. I think he's underground. And then there's more Ladim. Let's go for more Ladim first, and then maybe I'll run underground and deal with him. 3,600 health. This actually seems like a good spot to pull him. Let's see how this goes. Doing good so far. Go ahead and stone form. Spend some of our mana. Let's go ahead and heal up. He swings pretty damn quickly. Big crit from him, another heal. Got potion ready if need be. Try and let some of this mana regen. He attacks so quickly. I think I'm gonna lay on hands next.
Health warning.
Whew, that got a little intense, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we can take more Ladim out of our target macro, and we will now target Fellstrom. I know he's probably underground. That's where he was last time. I should be able to sneak by most of these guys. Man, Morladim hit really hard and really quickly. He was swinging his two-handed sword like it was a one-handed sword, man. But the power of a paladin. Alright, let's see where he's at. Oh, there he is. Let's go ahead and drink some moonberry juice, and we'll pull all three of these guys, I think. The range at which I can cast Exorcism is just so nice. I just feel so strong. I mean, I know these mobs are like green to me, but dude, I feel so strong on this character. It's ridiculous. Paladins are so good. Ooh. Silver Thread Amos. This would be really nice on any of our casters. Mage, Warlock, Priest. Ah, shit. We've taken down Felstrom before. It's a pretty simple rare. You just have to stun his one cast, Felstrom's Resurrection. We resisted it. The Bone Fist Gauntlets, these are the gauntlets that we're using right now. So same drop again. Let's go talk to Sven, and then we'll hold off on Morbin Fell for now. I think I'm going to need to be at least, like, I don't know, when do I get my next rank in Consecrate? At 40? I might need to be at least 40. Because from what I've seen, he's up in this house, and he has 4 other undead, 3 to 4 other undead around him. And like by the time that I would kill all of the other ads, I would be out of mana. And I would have to do a lot of like self-healing, which would use a lot of my mana. I'd have to use Consecrates to take down the ads quickly enough. And that's just going to drain my mana, right? So it's like, especially because I just used Lay on Hands, I need to have this up just in case, right? But we at least get to talk to Sven and, you know, figure out what's going on. Hello, Bale. You haven't been gone that long, but I see a fire in your eyes I did not see before.
Ah, this will be proof against the fiend Morbin Fell. Well done. You are ready. Morbin Fell will fall. Morbin Fell hides in his lair, the house perched atop the hill to the east overlooking the Ravenhill Cemetery. His time in this land is drawing to an end. Use Morbin's Bane against him. It will render his protective magics powerless. Slay him, and save us from his wickedness. Be the instrument of my revenge and a hero of Duskwood.
So we can get the Night Watch Pantaloons. These are great for a caster. You get the Watchmaster's Cloak. This is actually a really good cape for me. I might actually take that over this helmet. Or you can get the Spark Metal Coif. 9 Strength, 8 Spirit. Then you also get the Torch of Holy Flame, which this thing looks sick, honestly. Use decrease the armor of the target by 50 for 1 minute and 5 spirit in the offhand. It's actually a really, really cool looking offhand. Whenever we do finally finish this quest, I'm going to keep that offhand forever. That's a really sick offhand. But again, I think I need more time in order to take him down. Let's head back down to where Nefaru is and find evidence of the Scythe Balloon. It's also a good opportunity for us to hopefully find more iron, more tin. Yeah, let's just get on the road. At this point, I think we found every rare here except for Fenros. Actually drops a really nice helmet for a druid. Agility, int, and spirit. Sounds great for being like a feral, balanced kind of hybrid druid. Or maybe even like feral resto. I feel like that'd be a cool hybrid to build a druid as. Didn't we get up to like 21 gold? What did I spend my money on? Training? Oh, my respec, that's right. We did respec last night. We took some points out of retribution. We dropped deflection and we dropped seal of command. And instead we opted for improved seal of the crusader, since we've been using the seal of light, seal of the crusader combo. And then we went, obviously we picked up consecrate again. You gotta have consecrate. And then we went further into our protection tree with precision. We're gonna go 3 points here, 2 points here, 3 points here, 2 points there. Yeah, 3 here, 2 here, 3 here, 2 more here, 3 here, 1 here, 1 here, 5, 5. She's so fast with Aspect of the Cheetah, man. You barely even need a mount when you have Aspect of the Cheetah. Let's be on the lookout for stitches. While we run, though, I am going to pull up a talent calculator real quick and see what level will I be. And there he is. Let's give him a wide berth. Going down this way anyways. We like to look out for each other in hardcore when it comes to stitches. Near the Jorgen farmstead. Now just killed the Night's Watch guards. Okay. Let's see, what level will we be when I finish out my prot tree, the way that I have my talents now. So 5 here, 1 there. 5 here, 3 there. Five, 3, 2, 3, 2. It'll literally be level 58. I'll have 2 extra points. And I guess I would put those in possibly... I don't think I would use Blessing of Sanctuary, honestly. But I guess with the final 2 points, I might as well just pick up Blessing of Sanctuary and Holy Shield, because what else are they going to do? They'll at least make me feel more of like a protection paladin, which is kind of the idea that I'm going for. So with the final 2 points for 59 and 60, I guess we'll pick up Blessing of Sanctuary plus a blessing on a friendly target, reducing damage dealt to them from all sources by 10 for 5 minutes. But then whenever you block a melee attack, the block will deal 14 damage back to the target, which is cool. You know, it's good for AoE farming. And then I also get Holy Shield, which increases the chance to block by 30% for 10 seconds. It has a 10-second cooldown, so you can basically keep this up forever or until you use all the charges. It says, increases chance to block by 30% for 10 seconds and deals 65 holy damage for each attack blocked while active. Damage caused by Holy Shield causes 20% additional threat. Each block expends a charge for charges. So combined with all of our extra like abilities to increase our block chance, with like readout and shield spec, it'll tie hand in hand with going heavy into prod. And then, of course, with improved Seal of the Crusader, we're attacking really quickly. There's some copper. We have Holy Light on or Seal of Light on our main targets, so that chest is back up over there. We know we can get that without aggroing those guys, so we'll get that on the way out. Yeah, I actually think this is going to be the way that I play the Paladin. I keep changing my mind halfway through, but I guess that is kind of like the beauty of making a custom build, is you get to like work it and form it however you want it to be, and it can change over time, and that's fine. That was me just kind of updating my save, because I like to take a screenshot of the build, and then that way if I ever want to reference it later. All right, fresh seasoned wolf kebab. We're just about out of these at this point, but we are moving on to bigger, better food. Giant clam scorcho. This is the next bit of food we'll make, I think. We need to get giant clam meat. I think we've gotten some of this before in the past. I could be wrong about that, but I don't mind pulling two. I'm trying to think, when I pick up Holy Shield, where will I want to put this? And like naturally I feel like Shift R would be a good spot for it, but maybe I just want to put it on T. Because we're going to do Seal of Righteousness, Seal of the Crusader, Seal of Light, and then Seal of Wisdom here when I get it. Judgment, and then probably Holy Shield here on T. Hammer of Justice, my Seal of Justice here if I need it on E. Shift R is Exorcism, Shift T is Righteous Fury, Shift Q, Turn Undead. And I think maybe... I don't really have anything on Shift E yet, but maybe we'll get something in the future. Oops. What would I even put there? Hammer of Wrath. It's basically like the Paladin's Execute. I get that at 44. Uses a lot of your mana though, so unlike Execute on a warrior, it's one of those ones that I probably won't use as much as Execute when we play our warrior. There is some iron in here at least. Ooh, Archer's Longbow. It's a nice little item that sells for 40 silver. Let's see if we can pull these boys apart a little bit here. so nice that I basically am just completely negating the damage that they're dealing. Because, like, if I parry, if I block, if I miss, like, still at 100% health. It's insane. Hopefully there's a way where I can just pull 2 of them. I think I could handle 3, honestly, at this point, but... I love being like a protection holy hybrid paladin. This shit feels so good, man. I get that it's like, it could be a little snooze to people, but personally, I think this shit is sick. There's like nuanced fun to it. And it's like the skill ceiling is very low, but the skill floor is very low, but the skill ceiling is very high, is how I feel about this class. I've talked about it a lot already, but like, you know, managing your mana so that you can use it for more spells or more heals, properly like juggling your seals, making sure you're getting your judgments off, weaving spells in between your swing timer, looting in between your swing timer, like all of that is just nuance that adds a lot of depth and expression in between, or like during every fight. So it feels like, yeah, sure, you could just like kind of mindlessly play a paladin, or you could try and like master that, where it's like, okay, well, you're only using Purify in between swing timers, or you know what I mean? Okay, here is the priestess, I believe. I have failed. I failed in my duty, failed my people. The Worgen run rampant, and the scythe of my goddess is lost. This evil I have unleashed. In whose hands does the power my goddess granted to me now lie? By whose hand is it directed? Alright, back to Darkshire. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun to try and play the class to the best of its ability, I feel like. Tin above, copper there, but this is the tin node that's bugged, I already know it. As far as the copper goes, I think I'm just going to ignore it at this point. I say that and I have this gut feeling of like, I'm going to find more tin and wish I had just mined it up, but... Little hiccup, excuse me. And yeah, again, like, there's so many different ways that you can play a paladin, and it's just really fun to, like, experiment and explore and test, like, what do you like, what works for you, what feels good. Obviously, you can go the ret route and, you know, Seal of Command and just get those big hits. We tried that for a little bit. It's cool. I like it, but it's pretty much just a warrior. Or you can kind of switch it up and do what I'm doing, where it's like you kind of play this holy protection hybrid. You're all about like self-sustain and juggling your mana and being proactive with your seals and swinging really quickly and blocking a lot of the damage. I don't know, it's just fun. I said I was going to ignore the copper, but let's just go ahead and get it. I got a feeling that we're going to pick up some more tin, and then I'm going to wish I would have got the copper. Remember, after this, we're heading to Stranglethorn to start our creature hunt. We're going to hunt raptors, tigers, and... what's the third one? Panthers. But we're only going to start it. We're only going to start some of the quests in Stranglethorn, and then once we finish the lower level quests, we're heading to Thousand Needles. So we'll kind of dip our toes in with Stranglethorn. A lot of these we're going to come back for. It's more so specifically this quest and the quests that will start with Hemet. And then even the 32s I'm going to come back for down here. Even the 31, I think, which is Drizzlik. We know Drizzlik. Because 30, 30, 30, 31, 31, 33, 30. So a lot of the lowest level quests that I can accept right now are actually in 1,000 Needles, and if I hit 36, they'll go gray. I think 6 levels is the exact like max that I have. So I don't have long before those are considered and rendered like useless. Thankfully, we won't have to worry about stitches pretty soon. We'll be out of here. Ooh, big stretch. Oh yeah. Yeah, this guy definitely buys gear. Oh, come on, bro. The butcher with fiery weapon. Come on, bro. Shameless. Yep, BOE not made by him. BOE not made by him. Everything's enchanted. Of the monkey on everything. That's just insane, brother. Okay. I don't blame you if you're having trouble with him, Bale. Some of our strongest watchers have been lost to Morladim.
You killed him? That's no small accomplishment, adventurer.
Yeah, all on my own,
behalf
too.
Of the people of Darkshire and the Night Watch, I thank you. There is one small matter, however.
Oh, we got a group of 3. Oh, that's probably one guy just playing one character.
I should have told you this earlier. How do I put this? Morgan may have believed that his family was all dead, but in fact, his daughter Sarah Lattimore is now a watcher.
What?
She's always been troubled by the circumstances surrounding her father's death. Perhaps you could go to bring the news to her.
Holy, wait. The daughter who lived. Yo. Watcher Lattimore. How did I not pick up on that?
My father. I wish there was something I could have done for him. If only I had talked to him before he... Here, take this and lay it on his grave. Maybe, somehow, he'll know that I'm okay, and that none of us hold him responsible for what happened. And thank you, adventurer.
Oh no. Arceus. Take Sarah Lattimore's ring to Morgan Lattimore's grave. We get a very sick sword. I kind of want to keep that sword. It is worth a gold, but 1, it looks sick as fuck. 2, it's just kind of like a symbol for what we've done here, and
story you tell,
for something for me to remember the story
Though
by.
The Caravan family's influence is not large enough that we might find the root of these troubles and finish them once and for all, we will do what we can to contain the Worgen's numbers in Duskwood. Already I have instructed Killer to make this his first priority.
What the hell happened to your voice?
We shall rein in the Worgen problem. Have no worry of that. This evil that your friend introduced to our woods will be contained, and I bear her no ill will for her actions. Strange events are afoot in these times, adventurer, and the darkness knows no respite. I will keep you no longer. I suspect that there are others that should hear of what you have found in the mines of Duskwood.
We'll take the Moonbeam Wand for this. We have to go all the way back to Darnassus, though. Ugh. How much experience does this even give? 3,000. It's actually a solid amount. I guess we'll do that when we head to 1,000 Needles. We'll go back to Darnassus first, and then we'll go all the way back to 1,000 Needles. I do want the 3,000 experience. I guess I could just hurt the Astronaut, too.
Help you find something?
I think it'll be best if I just... Whoops. If we head to Morladim's grave, put his daughter's ring on the tomb, and then we run down into Stranglethorn. We'll talk to Barnell Stonepot. We'll start Welcome to the Jungle. We'll do the lower level quests so we still get experience for them, which is basically just hunting panthers, tigers, and raptors. We only have to do one chain of them, and then I think we'll be good. And then from there, then we'll hearth back to Astronar. From here, we can turn this into Shindril, because I forgot I needed to go back to her. Go up to Darnassus, talk to Thynetel, and then we'll fly all the way down to Teneris, and then run up into Thousand Needles, grab these quests, and then as we work our way through and do this quest, we'll turn this into Falfindel, grab the flight path here for the future, and then, we're back on track. I guess you never really figure out what's going on with the Scythe of Elune here in Duskwood. I think the way that you're supposed to kind of do these quests is you take that quest chain first, and that brings you into Duskwood, and then while you're in Duskwood, you learn about jitters and what's going on with the Worgen here, and then of course like Morladim and Morbinfell, and but I guess the Scythe of Elune is just kind of lost in not to time, but I guess lost. Who knows who picks it up? Maybe it's actually Arugal in Shadowfang, and somehow his influence has been. Well, obviously we know that the priestess brought the Worgen here. She used them originally to try and clear out Felwood, but it sounds like she kind of lost control of the Scythe of Elune. I also wonder, I think it's Legion, every class gets like a unique weapon, and throughout the entire expansion you're like pouring resources into this weapon and powering it up and making it stronger and stronger. I feel like, I didn't play a druid then, but I feel like the druidic weapon was the Scythe of Elune. I might be wrong about that, but I'm gonna do some research real quick. Was the druid weapon in Legion the Scythe of Elune? Yes, it was. Yo! The Scythe of Elune has deep ties to the lore of the Worgen and is infused with the fierce spirit of the demigod Goldrin, demanding a true sense of equilibrium for whoever wields it. Wow. That's such a cool item, and one of those things that's like, if you remembered from all the way back in Classic until all the way up then what the Scythe of Elune was, and there's just weight to it. That's so cool. I wondered if it ever explains like how it gets found, or whose hands was it in before it gets back to the hero of Azeroth, which is us, right? That's so sick. Defender's Girdle of Strength. It's just worse than mine. In every way, it's just worse. I'll tell you one thing, if you're worried about getting potions or mana potions and that is influencing you to be an alchemist, you don't need to be, man. Just by playing the game, like killing mobs, looting chests, fishing even, like, you will get potions. We've gotten so many potions. Hell, even on my rogue, I was like swimming in potions because of pickpocketing, fishing, chests, like all that stuff. Jump. I don't remember the name of the add-on. Jump counter. 57,967 times. I think real quick I'm going to switch over to my rogue and see what was our jump counter on him. We tried to break 100,000 on my rogue, but I don't think we did organically. And this is Morbinfell's grave. Damn. Leave me be. Sarah's ring. A ghostly voice sounds on the wind. This is... Sarah? Could it be she's still alive? The weight is removed from my shoulders. Bale, take my sword. Arceus, as my soul is put to rest, I have no more need for it. It was forged to do good, and though I have proved myself unworthy to hold it, perhaps you will carry on the light through it. Liz, my love. Dude, this is a sword that I cannot get rid of. I have to keep this weapon. Oh, wait. Oh, shit, it's Paladin. My sword, Arceus, served me well in life. But as at last my spirit may pass from unhappy existence, I need it no longer. I shall cling to the love of my daughter and hope that I will find forgiveness under the light for my sins. Damn, man. A paladin turned bad because of just horrible circumstance and chance. But hopefully he's redeemed in the light. Morgan Lattimore's sword. Yeah, this is a sword that I have to keep forever, man. This thing is so sick. Another, like, cool item that I'm going to keep and cherish in our bank. Real quick, let's switch over. Switch over to my rogue, and I'm going to look at how many items did I keep on him. Because every item that we had on him, I had, like, from a cool quest chain or something that was symbolic on our adventure that I was able to kind of, like, just glance at and remember something about the journey. And that's a sword right there that I'll look at and be like, remember Morgan Lattimore's story? Remember what happened with him? How tragic that was? How his family was slaughtered by the Dark Riders? Jump counter is what it's called. So let's check our jump count real quick. And then we're going to go jump back on the ironic jump back on the Paladin and head down into Stranglethorn. Finally start Stranglethorn. Hopefully finish that up and then finish up that business in Astronar and Darnassus. And then later tonight, when I play again, we'll start 1,000 Needles finally. So 92,000, almost 10,000, 8,000 jumps short. Yeah, see, like, so many items. The Deep Dive Helmet, we had the Intrepid Short Sword, the Sword of Hammerfall. We got this for completing all the quests in Hammerfall. Belgrim's Hammer, this was a cool quest chain in Arathi Highlands. The Windstorm Hammer, I think that was also the Arathi Highlands. Whitebone Shredder, this was in Orngoro where we had to help that troll and take down those White Ivory Raptors. That was really cool. Master Hunting Rifle, Hemingway, no. Hemet Nessingwary's master gun for completing the very difficult hunts in Stranglethorn. Obviously the engineer weapons like the engineer's hammer and the torque wrench for kind of like cosmetic purposes because I am an engineer, right? Just a lot of cool stuff on this character, but I think I'm going to have even more on my Paladin, which is really cool. Back to Defias Pillager. Dang, I think it's gonna storm again today. I think it's raining all week and all weekend where I live. At some point soon, I do need to remember to come back to Lakeshire and finish up these elite quests. I'm not going to get experience for them, but again, it's more of just like a completion thing for me. And it's a decent bit of money. It's 30 silver there, 40 silver there. We'll get to kind of figure out what's going on with Morganth. Stifle some of the orc raids here at Stonewatch. It's probably something I should do soon, but I just keep getting pulled in different directions, and it's because I'm trying to like get the most out of our journey. Find the crystal in your visions. I haven't had any visions. Darktol's Rod. Jump in that Furbolg form. Such a cool, unique item. Alright, let's get out. Alright, I'm going to pause the video while we run. I'll resume when we get down into Stranglethorn. It's not very far, but just to save a little bit of time in this session, we're just going to pause it. So I'll see you guys in just a second. I also need to turn on some lights. It's dark, so I'll be right back, guys. Alright, gamers. We are just getting into Stranglethorn. Didn't take very long, but the storm did come in out of nowhere, and it is like... It went from sunny and bright outside to just darkness. It is coming down out of nowhere, so... Had to... cut some lights on. Thorson, Jungle Secrets. We're going to hold off on this. Let him handle that. I will buff him up, though. Give him a might. Maybe that'll help him. We're going to go talk to Barnell Stonepot. Hopefully we never see this area. Man, it is coming down out there now. Check along the river here for any floating wreckage. When we were on our undead rogue, we found a lot of floating wreckage and pools of fish along this this river here. The Nessingwary Expedition. Finally in Stranglethorn, boys. Whew. Thanks, buddy.
Master Nessingwary has a big hunt ahead of him. I find helping him prepare for a day in the jungle is much more relaxing than helping him ready for combat, although I do miss some of those glorious moments on the battlefield.
Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to Stranglethorn. Perhaps you're not aware of this, but that dwarf over there is the one and only Hemet Nessingwary, renowned war hero of the Alliance and master big game hunter. He's not one for welcoming strangers into his camp, but you look like you've seen quite a bit of action in your day, adventurer. Being a veteran of many battles himself, Master Nessingwary has a soft spot for fellow heroes. Go and speak with him. Perhaps he can give you some hunting pointers.
Sure. Sell all this junk. Oh, wait. Massive iron axe. Yo. Wait, I think I saw this when I was looking at craftables. So it comes from Jacqueline Dramet. Does cost half a gold, but we are going to pick it up. 185, that's pretty close. That's 2 skill points away for us.
Jolly nice to make your acquaintance, adventurer. Haven't seen an adventurer around these parts for some time. I situated myself with this expedition for one purpose, to hunt a great and elusive beast. Seeing that you're a hero of sorts, I am willing to let you take part in the hunt, but you must first prove yourself. I shall teach the ways of raptor killing to you. Ajek will train you with tiger hunting, and Sir Erlgadin is a master of panther tracking. Prove your skill, and I'll let you in on the big hunt. So, you think your hunting skills are in tip-top shape? I can put them to the test in a jiffy. Head out into that jungle and kill 10 Stranglethorn raptors. We'll see just how much of a big game hunter you are. And no, I won't tell you where you can find them. Locating the beasts is half the challenge.
Aye. Alright, Ajek Rawak.
When I was but a young girl, my father trained me in the art of tiger hunting. You'll find the young felines much easier to track and slay. For this reason, we'll start you out easy. One can often find young tigers near the expedition camp. Test your tracking skills and see if you can hunt some of the beasts down.
Right. Sir S.J. Erlgadin.
If you want to be a part of the hunt with this crack group Hemet has assembled, you're going to need to prove yourself an able panther hunter. We'll start you out easy. Don't you worry. Let's see you kill 10 young panthers to start. Tracking them down is only half the challenge.
I love that only one of them tells me where they are. We're not going to take the Green Hills of Stranglethorn. We're just going to save all the pages that we collect, and then once we collect them all, then we'll turn it in. But it's kind of a quest that we can save quest log space by not taking and just sitting in our quest log forever for no reason, really. Alright, rebuff up. That's the last of the seasoned wolf kebabs. And for the last little bit of this episode, I'm going to try and take down these hunters, these panthers, and these raptors. And then we'll go back to Astronar. We'll turn this in. We'll go to Darnassus. We'll turn this in. And then maybe we'll call it in Darnassus for the afternoon. And then later when I get back, we'll fly from Darnassus all the way down to Neris. And then we'll start Thousand Needles. Hopefully it's storming really bad outside. Maybe I need to wrap it up here, honestly. I don't want to lose power. Honestly, I think that's the play. As much as I want to do this, I think I need to go back to town. I have a rule where I don't like to play hardcore when it's like storming, and it is pretty bad outside. If I lose power, I don't want to like lose a character over that. I'll tell you what. Let's just go ahead and hearth, and this way we can at least finish up this business. Nothing is going to involve me killing creatures in Astronar or Darnassus. And we only have a little bit of time left, so... Yeah, it is bad out there. I don't need to be playing hardcore right now.
To the Alliance, adventurer. We welcome the aid, for although its beauty remains, Ashenvale Forest is not the peaceful place it once was.
We've already done everything here, Shindril. We've already helped out. Sagefish. I guess I could fish that up. 2 pools. That's nice. I can cook this. Get some mana food. Man, that storm is bad. Sucks, I just buffed myself up, but once I heard it like lightning and thundering outside, I was like, you know what? I shouldn't be on hardcore right now. I know the rules. If it's storming outside, if you have a chance to lose your power or your internet and get disconnected, you do not need to be playing hardcore, bro. Just log off, go play something else. Oh, bro, it's bad. It's like shaking my desk when the lightning and thunder is going off outside. Actually, a pretty healthy pool right here. All of those would have worked. I don't know why I recasted all of those. We were perfectly fine. Where do I turn this quest in? Falfindrel, that's right. And we get a shitty shield, but I need to turn this in while it's still giving me experience. Oh, watertight trunk with sellables. Still 15 silver. Alright, let's make a list of what to do next time we play as I'm flying to Darnassus. To do.
Where would you like to fly to?
Let's add it on my character specifically. To do. STV hunt quests. And this should be in order. Boat to Menethil, STV hunt quests. Hearth to Astronar. 1,000 Needles, Charred Veil, turn in first. Only first quests. Carnivus, the Breaker. Alright, that should be okay. What's a good icon that I could use? Maybe this? Let's go with this one. Kind of looks like a person about to take on a journey, and that's what we're kind of doing with all this. So when we get back later tonight, we're going to take the boat to Menethil, so I'll probably come to Aberdeen and sleep here. We'll take the boat to Menethil, we'll go do the Stranglethorn Vale hunt quests. Only the first ones. We'll keep our hearth in Astronar, so we'll hearth back when we're done. We'll fly to Daenerys, we'll go into the Thousand Needles, and go turn in the Charred Veil quest first, and get the flight path. That way we can fly back to Daenerys. Fly back to Daenerys. Raceway. It's perfect. $255 out of 255. So we'll go to Thousand Needles, do the Charred Veil turn-in, and then get the flight path. We'll fly back to Daenerys so that we can run back up into the Raceway and do those quests. And then when we're done with the Raceway, we'll go do the Lakeshire Elite quests, and then I'll either do Necrosh or I'll go back into Stranglethorn Vale. I think at that point I'll be good to take on Necrosh. We could probably go take him on now. It's just more so about pulling those mobs that are around him away is what we're worried about. And then Morbid Fell is at 40 because we are going to have to take on quite a few undead and a level 32 elite, which is kind of dicey. This way we at least get to put Arceus up. I can cook some of the sagefish and have mana food in case I want to use that. Not too worried about getting this smelted down, but I am heading back to Aberdeen after this, so I guess I might as well. Let's put Arceus up. The Story of Morgan Lattimore, and we have his sword right here. Maybe I should put them next to each other. Nah, it's not that big a deal. Just keep them both. I'm going to hold on to the Massive Iron Axe plans. Is there any way that I could make that bad boy? I have exactly 4 Lesser Moonstone. I guess I could. I guess we'll go ahead and do it, and I will make a decent bit of money. We need 12 of these. Actually, I have 3 here, so take out 3 and put them back. We need 2 of these. Unfortunately, I need all of my Lesser Moonstone. Is there any other way that I could... The Moonsteel Broadsword, but that requires even more Lesser Moonstone. Oh wait, I could just make the bracers. 8, 8, 16, I could just make the pants too. So let's actually do that. Let's do 13. So once we smelt these down, that'll be 16, 8, 8, 16, 2 of these bad boys, and a pair of green dye. It's just not guaranteed, but yellow should pretty much guarantee me. I could also just do this, where we go 9, put those bad boys up, put those bad boys up. Take out enough to make a single sword, and then 6. What do I need for the axe? I mean, we're gonna make an axe. So let's redo all these calculations here. So that's 9 there. How much do we need for the bracers? 6 and 6 is 12. So 3 more. And then we need 14. For this axe, we need 4 gold bars, which we do have. We need 2 heavy leather. 2 heavy grinding stones. And then we'll buy the strong flux. And then 6 and 6, and then we can buy the green dye in Aberdeen. And then everything else is kind of just not trash, but kind of trash. I mean, it's just going to be like smelted down and made into other things. Wait, I don't think I'm going to make a...
So this is the fate of Valinde, is it? The High Priestess will be disappointed to hear of this. They were good friends before her disappearance. Still, the Scythe of Elune was surely granted to her as a boon by our goddess, and it is unsettling to me that it has fallen out of her servants' hands. Another matter for another time, however. I owe you my thanks in no small amount for what you have accomplished.
Of course. Let's put these up real quick. Those are getting sold, those are getting smelted down, and this is getting saved. So we have a gold right there. This axe is crazy good. 108 on the top end. Whew. Alright, time for the final bit of the adventure for at least for now. Go to Aberdeen, get all this stuff crafted down, and then make this new axe. Massive iron axe. So 71 to 108, 3.5. Incredibly slow, which is good. The top end is like 24 more damage than my current axe, the Merciless axe. We also get a bonus 7 stamina for 1 strength. We lose 1 strength, we gain 7 stamina. The DPS is like 4 DPS higher. And it looks cooler, in my opinion.
To maintain our link to the mainland, we have hippogriffs constantly flying between Rutheran Village and Darkshore.
So we should be at almost 22 gold when we're done here. At 36, we'll spend 4.5, call it 5 gold. So we're close to being able to afford another bank slot. But this next bank slot is kind of expensive. 25 gold. Eesh. And then we also have to spend 2 gold for a heavy brown bag for it. So really it's 27 gold. Call it 30. 30 gold for this next 10 slots of bank space. But I definitely want it because we are keeping more of these items, these cool items that we're getting from quests and, like, you know, journals, like the story of Morgan Lattimore, and all these rare gems that we're collecting. Let's change this to massive iron axe. And this way we'll be in Aberdeen to catch the boat back to Menethil next time we play. Kendry can take all this stuff. She loves weapons. Do you sell what I need you to sell? You do. Restock our moonberry juice while we're in town. We might as well. Like I said, I'll probably start carrying like a stack of 40 of these at some point, but I don't know when. Alright, sorry, it's blacksmith supplies. We need 2 strong flux, right?
Outside of Ironforge itself, then you've come to the right place.
And we need 2 green dye. Make 2 of these bad boys. That'll guarantee us 185. $184. $185. We'll learn the massive iron axe. Then we'll smelt down the rest of this iron. That should give us exactly what we need to make a singular massive iron axe. Thing is worth a gold and 12 silver. It's crazy. That gets us to 186. I don't know, if I get a bunch of excess gold, I'll definitely make multiple of these axes because it sells for quite a bit. Honestly, it's a gold piece each axe that we make. Same with this sword here. Actually, this sword might be easier to make. But, bam! Alright, let's go ahead and equip it, see what it looks like on the back. Damn! A little smaller than I thought it would be, honestly. But there we go, we have a new 2-handed weapon. Sell that garbage. And then we'll smelt down the rest of it real quick. Just to have it in kind of nice, neat piles. I need more Rumsey's Dark. That goes right here. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have our main stack of coarse sharpening stones here, and then the like excess or like bonus or expendable, however you want to look at it. We'll put that stack right here with the fish liver oil and where I'm going to keep my cooked sagefish, but not going to make it into bronze just yet. Surely there's got to be a fire around here somewhere, right? Yeah, right there. I need mild spices. I'm sure this guy sells mild spices, right? General trade supplies.
Greetings, lad.
Mild spices. 5, 10, 15. Get to cook 12 of these. Really, we want the greater sagefish. This would be 6 mana, and then if I did decide to invest in Improved Blessing of Wisdom, that would increase it by 20%. I think it gets all the way up to 25, so calculator. 0.2 times 25 would be 5, so that's 30 plus 6. Then we're getting 36 mana per 5 with a Sagefish Delight and Improved Blessing of Wisdom. But if I want to put those extra points in there, then we don't get Blessing of Sanctuary or Holy Shield. And I kind of, at this point, I'm kind of committed to getting Holy Shield. So this might be as good as it gets. As far as like greater Sagefish, I don't think I'm going to do the Improved Blessing of Wisdom because 5 extra mana for 2 talent points? I don't know, bro. Doesn't sound worth it. I will buy another stack of that, though, so I can use them a little more recklessly. Alright, guys. We are going to call this one here for now. I will be back on later tonight when I've gotten back from the gym, and hopefully it's not storming, so we can play hardcore safe and sound. So, I want to thank you for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love, and God bless, gamers.